All right, you guys, we are recording. Welcome you guys to the Executive Class 2.0. I'm so excited to see all these faces. I love it. If you are able to let us see your face, please let us see your face. And we kind of have a little bit of a ritual where we take a picture and we're going to throw it on our social media, you guys. We want to show the world what we do. We're really, really proud of what we do. So everybody get really smiley. It's going to be awesome. Take a screenshot. Do whatever it is that you need to do. It doesn't matter where you put it. You put it on your stories or if you put it on your Facebook. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So we'll get that out of the way. All right. And we are going to take a moment. No, I'm not going to help you.
Dad said we can have.
Go upstairs right now.
Dad said we can have one.
Go. Go get one then. Go make one.
No.
Hold on,
I
guys.
don't know how.
All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So here we go. So we're going to. Okay, all right, I need to breathe after that. So we're gonna take a second, you guys, and we're gonna pause and we're gonna breathe. Sorry about that. All right, so we're gonna take a minute. We're gonna take 5 deep breaths, you guys. Close your eyes, everybody do it. It's so important unless you're driving. I see some people driving, don't do it if you're driving. All right, let's take some deep breaths, all right? All right. Okay, you guys, while we were breathing, if you need to keep your eyes closed, that's totally fine. Take another minute. But I pulled a card, and I pull this card all the time, which is so incredibly, it's strange how you consistently, anybody else pull a card all the time? It's like the same one over and over again. It says, I trust my inner wisdom, and so please receive these words however you need to. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. Awesome. So good. So good. All right, you guys, so we're going to dive in. And, today is going to be a little bit more nuts and bolts because we have a 90-day action plan coming up, you guys, and we work with the most amazing company on the planet. And you guys, Isagenix has set us all up for success because there's going to be Monday in their Isagenix Facebook group, there's going to be Monday calls that they're doing that they're going to put it in the Facebook group and you're going to have access to it. So they're doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second when I start sharing my screen. But before we get going, you guys, in your accountability threads, there's always to-dos, and that's not going to go anywhere. But what I would like to do for my sanity is I'm going to create one thread for all of us, and then you guys are going to have your accountability threads where you're going to do the work. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, who wants to be my volunteer? Anybody want to be my volunteer? Stephanie's going to be my volunteer. I see her hand. Okay, so Stephanie, if you could do me a favor, you guys, if you are willing to be in that thread, because I know being in threads it's a lot. So if you're in, drop it in the chat right now. And Stephanie, if you could just take a picture of it and send it to me, that would be awesome. Okay? All right, so if you're in to be in the one single accountability thread, that's where you're going to get all your homework and your to-dos. So you should be in. All right, so you should be in. So please drop it in the chat, say I'm in, and then I'll just have a list of names instead of trying to put this together. And so what we're going to do, you guys, is each week there's going to be to-dos, things to watch. All right. And, you're going to have your accountability partners. And if there's anybody who doesn't have an accountability partner because you're new, you're on this for the first time, you're not in an accountability thread, please put that in the chat as well. Okay. Please put that in the chat as well. And then we'll make sure that we get you into an accountability group. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, you guys, tonight's going to be a little bit more about nuts and bolts because we're going to transition. It's still going to be the executive class. We're all running to executive in 90 days. That's our goal. Our goal is to hit executive in 90 days. And so everybody write that down right now. Write it down. Write it down. 90 days from today, I am executive. I am executive. It's happened. I'm so excited for everybody. But before we hit the ground running, you guys, and I do start sharing my screen, does anybody have any takeaways from the things that we did last week that you would like to chat about? I know that Robert Kiyosaki video that I share is like crazy, like a slap in the face. Does anybody want to reflect on that? Have anything that they want to share?
Okay, I'll be brave.
Okay. It's okay. I wait a long time, and I know it makes it awkward for everybody, so it's fine.
Okay, listen. This is my reflection. I did not understand it.
You didn't understand it?
No, I'm like, I need to go back and like listen to it again. You know, like some things he would say, I was just like, wait, what? I don't know. And I don't, like, I just didn't understand it. So if you guys understood it, I would love your Spark Notes version because I was listening and I'm like trying to conceptualize it. And maybe it's just because I was raised in a very not wealthy house. So like these ideas are very foreign to me.
Cool. Thank you. Anybody else? Now we need somebody to share because we need to help Caitlin. It's not going to be me. What'd you guys think? It was good. I know maybe you watched it a long time ago, but just what do you remember about it?
Melina.
Hey, Ron.
So actually, Maggie and I are like behind. We're just getting started on this this Zoom.
We watched the very first one, but is there a second one that we missed?
No.
Is that what video you're talking about?
So the videos were in your accountability threads. It was the Robert Kiyosaki. It's in your accountability thread.
I don't think we have one yet.
Okay.
Do we have accountability thread?
Yep. You're with Katie and Stephanie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's
okay. I know what that is now. Okay.
Okay. No worries. No worries. That's another reason why we're doing this. So
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Did anybody watch the video? Because I'm going to take that as a no. Okay. All right.
But I literally could not tell you one thing. It's been a really long time.
Okay. That's okay.
But I liked that. I do remember actually. That was the one where he was talking about like the poor man mindset and how like a poor man would never say, or a rich man would never say like, I don't have enough. I'm lacking. That's a poor man mindset. I did take that away. And I do remember that, but it's been a while since that. But I thought that was really, Cody and I talk a lot about that and about lack and mindset and like how when you are saying those things, that is bringing that into your life and that's bringing more of that into your life. And so I liked that. That just kind of affirmed it. It's not going to come, abundance is not going to come for you if you are in that mindset.
Awesome. Yes. Good. Good. All right, I'm going to jump in because being at Celebration, I don't remember the particular video, but Robert Kiyosaki is my boy. I've been reading this book lately. This is his newest version of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I highly recommend it. It's called Why the Rich Are Getting Richer, What is Financial Education Really? And this totally linked in with what we saw at the leadership meeting at Celebration because, again, they talked about the 4 quadrants, and the only way that you guys are ever going to get over to the right side and truly free with your time and in that investment quadrant is pretty much network marketing. Like he does it with real estate. We do it with network marketing. That's what it is. And this is super powerful because this isn't directly about network marketing, but it tells you like how to get into that quadrant and what it truly means for you, being in that right tax bracket and that passive and residual income and that idea of like a financial thermometer. Because Scott and I I'm going to be honest, we have a low financial thermometer. We're teachers And like, it just is. I've had this for the last 14 years. I've been in the professional world. And I talked about this with my girls that were in Nashville with me. And it was like, you know what? I have 20 cycles everywhere around my house because I have this low financial thermometer of like, this is where I am with teaching and this is where I can get to. And I told them, like, excuse my language, but this is bullshit. I need to get higher than this. Like, I need to stop thinking that this is all I'm worth. And to get as high as the teaching, like, I am worth more than this. So that idea of like that financial thermometer and you being worth more is what I take away from the whole Robert Kiyosaki. So let's all move over. Let's move over to the investment. And this is what, like, that leads us into Melina and I I'm going to plug it right now because we're going to be every Wednesday, we're going to be hosting a Wealth Wednesday and we're going to talk to people about this and the 4 quadrants, and that the only place for that time and financial freedom is in that quadrant. And we are so passionate about this, and being an employee where most of us are at right now is not cutting it. So there's my plug. Yeah, love it. We are going to do that. That's going to be great. Awesome. All right. Does anybody else? Anybody? And it's okay. It has been a week. I totally forgot we were at Celebration. I'm like, did anybody watch the video? But it's been a whole week and we were at Celebration. So it's all good. Anybody else? Because I can recap the video too. But does anybody else want to share before I do that? Okay. All right, you guys. So Robert Kiyosaki, what he talks about, he's like kind of being interviewed or interviewing somebody. And, you know, and this is very true. You know, if you have a low, you know, thermometer of, you know, spending money, you know, and Glenn and I, we very much did. And I guess you would say that we do, the lack mindset, you know, but it's about how we are up against, as like network marketers and what we do, we are up against an entire society that has literally been conditioned to have a poor man mindset. And so, you know, when we get, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, or what are they doing? Oh, that's so silly. You know, those things, people are literally, they fear the way that we think, you know, and it's also, you know, even if you talk to people who have an investor's mindset or like a big business mindset, people who are financially successful, that's a great way to put it. You know, they're financially successful, so they have a good job, they're bringing a lot of money, but they don't have a lot of time freedom, you know, and you know somebody like that, maybe you are that person, you know, and so you have good money, you have a great house, you have a great car, but you hate your life, you know, and I mean, that happens, that is people, you know, and so they even have a mindset where they're like, I have a lot of money, but that time freedom just is not part of their way of thinking. And so that's that investor's mindset, you know, and so we, as network marketers with Isagenix, our investment is $150 a month to literally build a 6 and 7 figure income. That is amazing. And that is something to be able to speak to people about is huge. But I mean, when I was in school, you know, and Caitlin, this will probably resonate. You know, when we were in school, guys, if you didn't take economics, which was not a required class at my high school, you didn't learn anything about anything, money whatsoever. And they don't talk about wealth at all. They don't talk about how to make money, how to save money, how to, you know, have money exponentially grow. That is not hardwired into the people that we are. It's literally left off the table. And so, you know, we are conditioned by what society says, you know, and so that's what that video was about. Just to give you guys a little bit perspective. So what we do, you know, is we educate people. You know, and you have to give yourself grace because it didn't take you, you weren't here overnight. You weren't all in overnight. And so as we move into this 90-day action plan, you guys, it's going to get tough. It's gonna be hard and you're gonna hear no, and people are going to resist you. All right. And so the question is what are you going to do when that happens? Are you affirmed enough in your belief in what we do? Or are you going to quit? You know, and so you guys, and it resonates me every year when we leave Celebration, somebody on that stage always says, you won't be back next year in some way, shape, or form. You know, they really do. You know, half of the room won't be back next year because half of the room isn't going to be able to handle the resistance, you know, but here's the thing. Look at this Zoom. We have how many? We have 21 people on this Zoom. We all have each other's backs. We're all there for each other. So think about it this way. When the going gets tough, we reach out to each other instead of agreeing with the agreements of the world. That's what we need to do. We need to lean on each other. We're a family, and we can do this. We can do this if we do this together, and I firmly believe that. And so as we move into this 90-day action plan, you guys, let me kind of show you. I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then we'll talk about it. I don't want to spend a ton of time because tonight I always say that. You guys know how I am. But I always say that. But I really I hope that you guys have some time to start watching the video by Lindsay Hofburn. I don't know if anybody has had some time to watch it. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you how to get there. But it just a rundown of the action plan and the dates and all that good stuff. Okay, so here are some upcoming to be aware of, you guys. All right, so write this down, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. So Mondays, all right, so they're doing this differently. So ISA Life Success Plan runs 90-day action plans in the past. They've done Zooms. They're not doing them. They're going to do recordings, and they're live recordings, I believe, and they're dropping them in the Facebook Isagenix business page every single Monday. All right, so that's going to be another thing that's going to be added to your to-do. So we're not going to have as much that I'm plugging you into. That's going to be one of the things. And then you guys, number 2 is Super Saturday in Fenton. And I know that I'm spewing that over every single person, but you have to be there, and you have to get your teams there. Events change everything. And then you guys, the Isagenix recognition retreats. So this is probably new to some of you. If you were not at Celebration, the retreats, you guys, are going to be amazing. Can you guys see my screen? Can I get a thumbs up or? Yeah, okay. All right, so you guys, here it is. So instead of, having top achievers, which they've always had, which was, it was way easier to get into before, like now it's hard, but you can do it. Anybody can do it. So here's the new recognition retreats, you guys. So most of you guys are going to be going for Gilbert and for Sedona. All right. And this PDF, I'm going to go ahead right now. I'm going to drop it in the chat, and I encourage everybody to open it up. And save this, you guys, save this link, and you can find this in your back office. So there's the recognition retreats right there, guys. I just dropped that in the chat. But you guys, you can do this, so qualifying, getting to executive, all right, and staying there for 6 weeks. You get a trip to Gilbert, you guys. It's amazing. You deserve it. Go for it. Run for it. But it's going to be intense, and it's going to take a lot of work, and you have to be ready for that, and you just have to embrace it. That's it, okay? It's going to be hard, but you get to choose your hard. It's going to be hard, but you get to choose your hard. And then the 1 to 2 star retreat, most people are going to fall within these two. Sedona. This is so exciting. I wish I could go to this, but I can't, but that's okay. But you're going to go, so it's all good, you guys. So, and here's the criteria for it. So find those flyers, you guys. And then obviously going down, we've got some people on the team that are going for 3 to 7 star retreat, and then global top achievers. So, anything's possible, you guys. You can do this. You can do it. As long as you're leading with heart and leading with love, you can do it. So definitely educate yourself on those, you guys, the recognition retreats for sure. All right, so just a small recap of what we've talked about, just a couple of things. What are you reading? What are you listening to? Plug in. You guys, and this is where those accountability threads are going to be key, all right? Because if you're like, I don't even know what to read, I don't even know where to start, somebody can help you. Reach out to me. Reach out to your accountability. Be like, okay, what are you reading? What should I read? I'm not sure. You guys, we're all here to help each other, and we all have an idea of what you should be doing. And I'll pull up that slide really, really quick so you guys can see it. So here are the books that I recommend that everybody reads in order. In order. I definitely recommend in order. So if you haven't read any of these, take a screenshot, you guys, and just start going down the line. And I know, you guys, reading is not, it's hard for me, and so I can relate to that, so get it on audiobooks, plug in, you guys, plug into something. All right. Number 2, can people see you? This was one of my biggest takeaways from Celebration. The people you are looking for are looking for you. You guys, it's so true. The people you're looking for are looking for you. I just responded to somebody I saw a post and they're like, I want to work from home. Please help me. And I just messaged them like, are you serious? Was that as serious, or was your Facebook hacked? You know, and that's what I asked. And they're like, no, seriously, help me. And so I have a call set up, you know, like they're looking for you. They're looking for us. What we offer solutions. You guys, and so your social media is powerful. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head. Stop thinking people are going to think you're weird or whatever. You know, who cares? You're weird. I'm weird. Let's be weird together. Let's change the freaking world, you know? And so be posting on your stories. Share your stories. You know, on my stories this morning, I did my little routine and I was holding Maria. You know, I mean, like, guys, your kid's got to be your reason. You know, I was holding her and she was all over the place and she was being grumpy, but I was doing it. Power posting. Are you doing that on Sunday nights is ideal, you guys. If you see anybody that's successful in this business, they're power posting. And you guys, if you're struggling there, it's okay to take somebody else's and, you know, just kind of build up to your authentic self. But, you know, power posting, being your authentic self is going to be key there, and just be real and be you know, and celebrate your teammates, recognize your teammates, you know, both physically and financially, and then recognition posts. Okay. Gabby Dean, the easiest way to share the opportunity is with recognition posts. Okay. Who can you recognize? You guys, we're all on these business and opportunity and team pages. Who can you take? It doesn't matter if you're connected to them at all. Who can you recognize on a weekly basis? Weekly, you should be recognizing. And then bring your people in the right way. This is something that we've talked about in the past, you guys. So, you know, I'll make sure that if somebody missed a recording, I can get it to you. But bringing your people in, building a relationship, showing them how to get paid, getting them in a three-way message. We've talked about all of that, you guys. And they're also going to talk about this on the 90-day action plan that we're going to get going on. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to jump in and start shouting at me. Okay, so here we go, you guys. 90-day success plan, August 19th through November 17th. So get those sticky notes out. November 17th, 2019, executive. Okay, November 17th, 2019, executive. Glenn and I are hitting executive again with 10 brand new people. We're doing it. Why can't we? If we're asking you to do it, if we have an expectation for somebody else to do it, we're going to do it with you. Okay. Use your accountability thread. You guys, use the accountability thread. We're going to have one, but use your accountability thread. Lean on people. And you got to do you got to do the work. And if you don't do the work at the end of the day, at the end of these 90 days, if you didn't do the work, there is nobody to look at except the person in the mirror. And that just is what it is. All right. And then what are you planning in your own home? And what does this say? What are you planning your own, whatever. When are you planning your in-home events? Okay. All right. So that's a big thing, you guys. When we do the 90-day action plan, you're going to see that as you watch these videos and you go along. But get your calendar out. Find out what works for you and do the in-home events, you guys. Don't ask permission. Just do it. Get people in your house, okay? You don't have to ask permission. Don't worry about anything except getting people in your home and talking about these amazing products and these amazing opportunities. If you need help with planning an event, you guys go to Isagenix Business and type in the search how to do a launch party, or how to do a sip and sample. All of the resources are there. And if you need help, reach out to me. I will get you the information. And then you guys, your success is 100% up to you. This gets hard when you get inconsistent. All right. This gets hard when you get inconsistent. Everybody write it down, say it to yourself. I don't know, chant it. This gets hard when you get inconsistent. All right. And I'm telling you that seeds of doubt, seeds of, I don't know if I can do this. It just gets hard when you stop doing the do every single day. It gets tough, so plug in and just plan on doing the do. All right, so week 1. All right, you guys, this is what you're going to be doing this week. This is what they're going to cover on the video tomorrow, but I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up. Okay, so making your list, all right? Making your list and remaking your list and remaking your list and remaking your list, you guys, is a skill of a professional network marketer. You will never have the same list over and over and over again. You'll consistently be creating a new one. So we're pulling a brand new list, all right? You should be consistently reaching out. How do you do that? We've talked about how what I do that feels really good to me is I send birthday messages and then I follow up later. That's something that I like to do. It feels good, and I know it feels good for some people, but how just reach out, talk to people. You know, I mean, Tori's been telling me how she's like talking to everybody and just like, I mean, just everybody, like at the gym, like, why not? Why wouldn't you talk to everybody, you guys? This is going to set you free. You know, I mean, it's invite people to take a look. That's huge, you guys. You have to invite people to take a look for the products and the opportunity. For the products and the opportunity. If you know, you guys, if you know a stay-at-home mom, if you know somebody who's drowning in debt, you have it in you to say something. It's going to change their life if they say yes, okay? 4, this is hard. This is really hard. Bless and release. If they're not doing it, they're not doing it. Guys, if they're not doing it, they're not doing it. Stop dragging horses to water. Stop it. It's so painful. It hurts. It's going to break your back, and you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to be fun. So keywords, words to live by. If they're not doing it, they're not doing it. Notice it says if they're not doing it, they're not going to do it. It doesn't say that. They might do it, but they're going to watch you, and you have to lead by example. And if you show people that you're always going to be there, you're always going to be hounding them, that you're not, you guys, it's like raising kids, okay? Or dogs. It's the same thing, all right? Seriously. No, just do yourself a favor and bless and release, and only go where the energy is flowing. Do that, and it's going to feel good all the time, I promise. All right, 5, spend your energy on bringing in new people into your organization and growing your network, all right? The bottom line is people are either going to do this or they're not. It has nothing to do with you. As long as you're bringing people in the right way, you're putting them in through messages, you're showing them how to get paid, guys, you're doing the right work, you're doing it well. Trust that that's happening and everything's happening right on time. And if people aren't reciprocating your energy, it's just not their time. You cannot make it their time. All right. So when we start this 90-day action plan, like I said, it's going to be hard because you're going to get no's and you're going to meet resistance, but you have a choice. You can either live in the no's and live in the resistance, or you can move forward. Okay. All right. So how are we going to use the executive class? All right. So you might be like, well, we have these videos. What are we going to do? So we're going to recap the week every week, you guys. We're going to share in our celebrations. We're going to talk about hardships, and it's going to be a place for you just to plug in. Do not for a second think that you don't need that. All right. You do. You need a place where you can come, where we can all come together. And it's virtually, because we can't all be in the same room every single week. There's going to be weekly motivation, and then there's going to be tips and tricks for the week's to-dos. All right. So with that being said, you guys, we're about to move into a 90-day action plan, and they're awesome. I love them, you guys, but the key word is action. If you choose to be in massive action for the next 90 days, you are going to launch your business to the next level. It's happened. I've done one of these. There's a number of people on this Zoom that have done these, and we really stuck with it, and it got tough, but you can do it. And what a better time going back to school. Woohoo, right? I'm doing it anyway. So I'm like, let's go. All right. But you guys, I talk about this a lot. I talk about this often. Many of you have seen me train on this, and this is huge. The cycle of growth. And I really encourage you to Google the cycle of growth and print it out or draw it on a piece of paper and put it somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. You guys, because this is the reality. We are in the inception phase right now. Okay. It's like, yeah, let's go get him 90 days. I'm an executive in 90 days. That's where we're at. That's where we're feeling. We're coming off a celebration. We're all pumped up, and you heard Susan Spy say it on stage, and if you watch the live, she's like, some of you are going to go and you're going to run, and some of you are going to go home and do nothing, and that, it's like, oh, I believe she said that, but it's so true. It's just real. It's very real. So the inception phase, you guys, is truly where your attitude is high. You don't really have, your capacity is, none really. You're like, I don't really know what to expect, but I'm super excited. And your energy's high. You're like, let's go. Let's do this. Call number 1 tomorrow. Let's go. And then you guys are going to start sending the messages and you're going to start talking to people, and, you know, people are going to resist you. And we all know what resistance looks like. We all know what it feels like. And deception will hit. And you might have a moment where, okay, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not sure. You guys, but if you quit, there will be no growth. If you quit, there will be no growth. And you have to understand that. And I know people do, but it's like, it doesn't feel good to quit. And it doesn't feel good to be in deception. So you can either choose something where it will permanently feel awful, which is quitting, or you can choose to push through and get to the point where it's transformation. And where transformation starts to happen is when your attitude, you get out of your funk and you're like, okay, I can do this. This is going to be great. And your capacity, you're like, okay, I know what to expect. I know I'm going to meet resistance. I know I have to keep building my network. I know I have to keep working my list. I know I can't rely on just the people that I have in my organization. You guys, we had 2 people when we were at Celebration who have been consultants since we started fall off. They're gone. They're just gone. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, what am I going to do? I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go find new consultants. That's it. Okay. 2 people who we thought were going to be there forever. Like literally, we thought they were just going to be there forever, and they're gone. They're just gone. And that's okay. You know, and that's not something that we can do anything about. We've done everything that we can do. We've educated them the best way that we can. They know what this is. And so if they choose to do it, they choose to do it. Now we move forward and we go to work, and that's it. All right. And then finally, you guys, you get to the point where it's your identity. I remember at Celebration sitting next to Stephanie, I looked at her and I said, this is the first year that I really feel like I'm home. You know, and it's not that I didn't feel like I was going to do Isogenics, you know, but I felt home. I felt like this is where I am going to live and change my life, and I'm going to change everybody's freaking life around me who wants to come with me. You know, and it just, that right there is when it gets to the point where you're like, this is just what we do. So you guys, the cycle of growth is so real. And so many people live in inception and deception. I mean, like they literally live there. So then they look for that feeling like, oh, this feels good, you know, inception right now, you know, and then when deception hits, they go look for the other thing. Guys, you've seen it with Isogenics, okay? You've signed somebody up. They're all pumped. And then they send their box back and then they're doing keto. Okay, that's real. I mean, like that happens all the time. You know, we see that. So there's your tangible example. Are you going to be the person that's doing keto in 90 days? I sure hope not. Let's just think about it that way. All right. So the cycle of growth is huge. Like I said, I really encourage everybody to take a picture of this, put it somewhere where you can see it, live by it, you guys. Get inceptions right here. Deception is coming. I'm warning you. You are warned. It's going to come. So what are you going to do when it comes? No, you have choices. Push through to transformation, and then it will become your identity. I'm just going to check the chat here real quick. All right, here we go. All right, that's good. All right, so for right now, you guys, that's all I have to share my screen. But I do want to show you what you guys are going to be watching. All right, so, okay. All right, so, oh, we already looked at that. Okay, so can you guys still see my screen? I stopped sharing my screen. You can't see my screen. Hold on a second. Let me start sharing it again. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm going to drop this link right now in the chat. And this is what you guys are going to get started with. All right. So we kick off tomorrow. And if you guys follow, you know, any of the millionaires, they're all on their stories prepping for their 90-day action plans. And that's what we're doing right now. And so if you haven't already watched this, you guys, this is Lindsay Hoffburn. She presented at Celebration, but she just kind of goes over the basics of the plan and the dates and all that stuff. Hoffberg, excuse me. And there's a link. So click on the link. Make sure you click on the link from the chat, you guys. And if you don't click on the link because you're on your phone, you can literally Google ISO Life Success Plan 2019 Celebration. It pops up as a PDF. All right, and so print it out, For those of you that were at Celebration, you've got one. All right, and this is what we are going to use. We're going to use this. We're going to use this bad boy to go through. All right, Tori and I actually just used a couple of first pages to build our opportunity presentation. So this is what we're going to use, you guys. And the thing is, what a shame how many people got these and aren't going to do anything with them from Celebration. No. We're going to write all over these bad boys. We're going to go to work. All right, so make sure you guys watch this video. So this is what we're going to build that big thread, and this is the first thing I'm going to drop in. So this is what you guys are going to watch. So I'm hoping to be done here fairly soon so you guys can watch it tonight. And then if you do not have an ISA Life Success Plan, you're going to click this button right here where it says View Success Plan. And this is the one that you're going to print off. Okay, not all of them are the same. So you're going to want to make sure that yours says Isagenix Global Celebration 2019. Don't print off the NYKO one because it's different. It's different. So we're going to be working from this one. Okay. I think that is all I wanted. Okay, so that is all I have, you guys. So I'm going to put this thread together, get you guys that video. Some of you can start watching it right now. But does anybody have any questions as we move forward through for the week?
We posted in the thread in the chat about power posting and kind of maybe getting more tips and knowing what that is. Kind of a lot of us are maybe a little lost on like what that means and what we need to be doing for that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe we could do like a power posting Zoom. Yep. Everybody down for a power posting Zoom? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Anybody else? Questions about what you're doing? It's all crystal clear. Everybody's good to go. Awesome. You guys are super proficient. I love it. Let me just check the chat really quick, guys. Oh, good question, Katie. Crystal resets come NYKO. That's it, when they come historically. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we will, it looks like people with we already have accountability threads, so we'll plug you into them. Is everybody cool with that? Yes? Okay. And I see some people want to be together, so I can manage that too. All right. All right, okay. I think that's good. I think I have everything I need. Okay, so does anybody have any questions or comments before we move on, you guys? This is awesome. I love it. I love it. No? Everybody's good?
Well, Melina, when everybody hops on Wednesday, I just want to make sure we're clear about this because there's going to be a whole new thread for everybody who's running for those retreats in the same group, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So
we'll talk about that in the team intention page.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions on 90-day action plan? We're good. We're ready, right? Yes? Okay. All right. So everybody's going to unmute and we're all going to say, I am executive. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I am executive. I love it. Okay, you guys. All right. So take care and I'm going to get you guys that. That's the first thing to do. Okay, bye, everybody.